Welcome to the Domestic Kitchen, the podcast that smells like fresh garlic, sounds like your favorite playlist, and feels like an exhale after a long day. I'm Michelle Keith, food writer, recipe developer, former cake decorator, current chaos coordinator, and the voice behind the blog The Domestic Kitchen. Around here, I do more than cook, way more than cook, but I also create moments, sometimes messy, always meaningful. So let me ask you a question. The question that has haunted households since the beginning of time. What's for dinner? You just flinched a little, didn't you? Look, I love food. I love cooking. I even love writing about food. But that question, that what's for dinner question, it hits different when it's asked for the seventh time in one day when you haven't even made lunch yet. Whether you're cooking for a crowd, a couple, or just trying to convince yourself that cereal is a legitimate meal. The domestic kitchen is more than about what's on the plate. It's about what's happening around it. This podcast isn't about perfection. It's not about sourdough starters and 17-step recipes, unless you're into that. And if you are, I have some on the blog. Most days, it's about getting something on the table, something that feeds your family and your soul, without you losing your mind or your appetite. Each week, I'm going to cover things like 15-minute dinners that don't taste like defeat, pantry magic, aka making a meal out of nothing, gentle meal planning strategies, and even ways to save money at the grocery store. So even if you've tried to make things and burned it, even if you tried to make another thing and burned it twice, you're still good here. If you're listening to this while eating over the sink, or while pretending to clean the kitchen so you can avoid other people, you're good here. You belong here. This podcast is for you, for the real, raw, beautiful mess of doing life around a kitchen table. So subscribe, follow, or just come back next week when I tackle something juicy. Maybe leftovers that don't taste like regret, or 5 ways to make rice not boring. Until then, keep your oven mitts close, your heart open, and remember, dinner doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be shared. See you next time.